Hello, welcome back. This is Miniature Mike, and going along with the recent Palpatine video I did, I wanted to do, this is going to be kind of a new series, but I wanted to do kind of a couple of videos, especially if they're requested, on how I would do slight redesigns. So I mentioned in my video that I wasn't a big fan of how Emperor Palpatine was designed in the first place. I think his Order 66 and clone stuff is a little weird and clunky. I think the reason why they did that though is because they hadn't developed the affinity mechanics yet, but I thought it'd be fun to, and I think for other characters as well, especially like Basilisk, you could use it, do slight redesigns, little tweaks. Nothing I don't want to do crazy overhauls. I'm not talking about turning, doing a V-set version where I give this person 100 special abilities, I make them cost 30, and they have a billion stats. I think I want to take basically the same character and just change a few things. So I'm going to do that with Emperor Palpatine Sith Lord. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of him. I think he's a little weird, but I think this change, these little tweaks, and keep the cost probably the same, could be really fun. So, like before, he's going to cost 62, 130 hit points. I'm not going to change the stats at all. They can stay. And what I'm going to do is do a few different things here. So unique's the same, melee and triple, and betrayal's the same as well. But affinity right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say turn the commander effect into affinity, so your squad may contain characters with Order 66 from any faction. That's just the Republic faction basically. So what this does is gets rid of it as a commander effect, and you can bring in, it is execute Order 66 in a way. It's kind of half of it. So you can have those characters in your squad. I'm getting rid of the mechanic of, oh, you can't get shot by an Order 66 character. I think it's dumb, it's silly. It doesn't even make sense in the movie anyways. I think this commander effect I add, which I'll get to in a second, makes more sense. I'll keep the force powers the same, try to be minimal. However, I think it would be necessary to add riposte, because like I've said before, I think this guy is pretty squishy. If he gets into a bad spot, he can get just killed really fast, unfortunately, with the no defensive capabilities, except for betrayal. But again, that's more of a rare occurrence. That's that's not the standard. That's just kind of, it could happen. And when it happens, it's cool. Believe me, I have seen it happen before, but just not very common. And so then I think having riposte be very nice, because if he's in a situation where he can leverage his good attack, his triple attack, he can do damage, people can attack him back, and then I think riposte is a nice way for him to kind of hit back. It's not really defensive power, but it's defense by offense. So I think he would benefit. And in the movie, it makes sense. He's just going back. He's just wasting all the Jedi attack him. Just wastes them all. So I like that. I like adding riposte as an option, but he still can be limited. And then the commander effect. So the commander effect's basically going to be what executing Order 66 is all about. So it's pretty simple, and it's a very strong one too. So it's just allies with Order 66. You get plus 10 attack, plus 10 damage, and plus 4 attack against enemies with a force rating. So it should say rating, not rate. And if you want to balance this differently, maybe say within 6 squares so that you're forced to use Massamata, that's totally fine. Or, other droids. I think in the future I probably would change it and say maybe within 6 squares just to kind of limit it a little bit. But I decided to say allies because, you see the commanders in the movie, like Bakara, Cody, and even Rex for a little bit. They're killing the Jedis. Greed gets his head cut off. So I think it makes sense to make all the clones Order 66 have this power. And if you want to change it as well, maybe get rid of the attack, suit yourself. But I think this captures the theme of executing Order 66 much better. And I still think, even with a much better commander effect like this is really strong. I think it's a pretty strong commander effect against the right squads. I think that still justifies being 62, because I still feel like the original one's kind of undercosted, and I know there's power creep, but either way, let me know what you think about this kind of tweak on Emperor Palpatine. I actually already posted this on Blue Milk a while ago and got some cool feedback, but I like it. I'm curious what you guys have to say, what you think about it. Like always, please please subscribe, and definitely comment. Love to hear your thoughts. What other ways would you change him? How would you slightly tweak Emperor Palpatine to kind of fix that quirkiness and also make him a little bit more relevant? So I'd love to hear what you have to say. But like always, have a good time, and I'll see you later.